Now broadcasting.
Remember, dying is gay.
Dying is
Enjoy the
gay.
VC and stick around. We have more VC.
Okay, I'm not saying I'm streaming.
Yeah. Sorry.
I am streaming right now. I don't know if I have anybody in my subscribers who are, part of that. It's Dino Blood in the background.
You want to stand there and watch it.
What's up, chat? Do you see the stuff you like to make up on the screen?
Shake it empty. Facing one of the heavyweights tonight.
I have it come up on the bottom right. Okay, my thumbs. And if I get a camera, you can actually have yourself in the bottom corner, your image down the bottom corner. So just you. That's not bad. Yes. But I've been playing this since 2K16, but I haven't been able to get a guy up over freaking out. So I'm just like, okay, let's see if I can do that. So the last two, I haven't been able to get them up over. Have a guy. Yep. Spider-Man 2 being played in my son.
And welcome to 2K Sports for another edition of NBA basketball. Hi, folks. This is Brian Anderson. I'm with Grant Hill and Brent Berry. Our reporter tonight, Allie LaForce. And let's take a look at the power rankings and see how these teams compare across the league. You look at Sacramento, they slipped a bit. Still in the top 10, though.
Well, right now for the Warriors, they've really exceeded all expectations, showing they're capable of so much more than some believed.
The starters for the Golden State Warriors. Jimmy Butler out there with Kuminga. Then it's Trace Jackson-Davis. Then there's Stephen Curry. And it's Doc in at the point guard position. And for Sacramento, they've got Malik Monk. DeMar DeRozan is out there with Jonas Valanciunas. And it's LaRavia in at the 4. And when you look at the numbers for these teams, Brett, they both pile up assists.
Those are some of the better teams to play for and are the most dangerous in terms of setting up your scheme defensively. Coaching staffs have a really hard time trying to get their team ready against an opponent that moves the ball as often as both of these teams do tonight.
So Golden State will get the first possession. Here's Doc. Pass to Butler. Out to the right wing. The three from Curry. Nice start for him. Sinking his first shot.
This is why Steph Curry is virtually unguardable. When he's sinking those kind of shots, it just devastates you defensively.
Now here's DeRozan. Playing Washington, he was nearly unstoppable. Knocked loose. Fast break. Here we go. Butler, good.
Coast to coast there. Jimmy Butler, one of the premier two-way players in the league.
All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
I had a chance to talk with the head coach of the Kings. I wanted to know how he planned on tackling the Jimmy Butler problem. He told me I want to make everything as hard for him as possible, anything we can do to bother him and to get him to be even a little less aggressive, trying to put out the fire before it starts. That's the plan. Back to you.
Appreciate the report, Allie. Here's Doc. Sacramento getting their last shot to go. Outside Curry. Pass to Doc. 4-3. Monk grabs the miss. And Brent, the Kings have the pieces to compete and finally creating some stability.
Yeah, after that 16-year playoff absence, just being a factor in the West has Sacramento and their fans really, really exciting. Again, the pieces are there. Will they push it this year to get back in the mix? Well, the D really getting away with one there. No one on him. And that's going to be good 9 out of 10 times.
Here in the first quarter, with about 2 minutes gone by, nails it from beyond the arc.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
Here's Sacramento now. They trail by 6. They defeated Washington in their last game.
They were lights out from beyond the arc, and they spaced the floor beautifully in that one.
Yep, made the defense work extremely hard and did a nice job of getting any advantage they could against the team that shot it well.
Here's Doc. 43 points last game out. Pass to Kuminga. The 3 is up. Another 3 for Golden State.
Man, right off the bat, super sharp here offensively. 4 of 5 so far.
Here's Ellis. Here he goes. Nice start for him. Sinking his first shot.
Now, over the last few seasons, Monk has shown tremendous growth as a passer.
And in the first quarter, about 3 minutes played. Knocks down the long J. Curry's got 6.
Wow. Some strong perimeter shooting here in the first quarter.
DeRozan outside. Valanciunas sets a screen. Tried to come right back with a 3 of his own, but it's no good. The Warriors lead by 7. Pass to Kuminga. Here's Doc. And here's Curry. He picked up 18 points in their last win against Boston.
Yeah, but all around offensively, the performance was great. He knew when he had it going, but he also knew he could get other guys going. So his passing right up there on the level with his scoring in that one.
Now here's Monk. And he also played a big role in their last game with Washington. Lyles, he's checked in for Sacramento.
Into the lineup for your Kings, number 41, Trey Lyles.
And so here's Sacramento. It's a 10-point game. DeRozan against Butler. Outside Monk. Shot clock at 6. And once again, off the mark by Sacramento. Pass to Doc. To the middle. Here's Jackson Davis. And he takes the feed in stride and slams it home.
So far, they're owning both ends of the floor. We'll see if they can keep this going.
Like tonight, that all the hustle plays have meant so much to this team. Now just sustain some of that energy and keep comfortable.
And so here's Sacramento. After the Warriors picking up a basket just a moment ago. Pushing it up now. Here's Doc. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Curry. Give him 8 points now.
Boy, I like their energy coming in. Terrific execution so far.
Well, if there were 4 or 5 boxes to check in terms of the game plan tonight, they might have checked 6. I mean, they're doing everything out there.
Sacramento calls timeout.
Okay, Sacramento, to get loud and make some noise for your number 6 crew.
And the Warriors making a change here. Green is checked in. As always, things getting interesting in the West. A look at the standings. You look at the Warriors, they've been outstanding thus far, claiming the top spot in their conference. And of course, Sacramento, far behind in the standings.
Well, I think for Golden State, you have to really give it to them. I mean, they are backing up all the preseason hype. They've been outstanding early.
And don't count on that coming to an end anytime soon. The talent level of this squad is off the charts. And with the momentum they're gathering here early in the year, they could steamroll through the season.
And Monk drops them both. This can be a time of the season when it's hard for players to keep their focus, Grant.
Oh, man, B.A., the buzz of a new season is behind you. The playoffs are a long way off. This is when a coach earns his keep, making sure his guys get up to throw down. Can you say immediate entry into the highlight reel? Woo, what a dunk, B.A.
It's showtime now, man. They've built up a lead, and they're starting to rub it in. There's the AT&T 5G Slam Cam, capturing the moment. Pass to Ellis. Back to Monk. Now DeRozan. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. Coming into this, having notched a win against Boston in their last game.
What about their offense? It was a well-oiled machine, getting them high-quality looks time and time again.
And talking with the coaching staff, they said in that game they did a great job of not settling. Keep working the ball around, finding the best look. Let's see if they can keep that up.
And some changes here for the Kings. Reith, he's checked in for Valanciunas. Crowder comes in for DeRozan. And it's Fultz in for Ellis. Podziemski's checked in for the Warriors. Fultz. And another miss by Sacramento.
Yeah, that miss might stick with them for a little while. That's kind of a shoot-around jumper if I've ever seen one.
Here's Doc. 10 points for him. And he drains it. A solid 5 for 6 now.
Defensively, they've got to get more bodies in the paint. That's 3 straight field goals from below the free throw line.
Kings trail by 16. And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Hi, guys. Well, Doc, in their last time out against the Celtics, put on a show. He added 43 points, and as we've come to expect, he contributed from the three-point line as well. Such an impressive effort. The team relied on him, and he delivered.
All right, Alec, thanks for the update. It'll be interesting to see if he can heat up once again tonight, Grant.
Yeah, you know he wants to do exactly this, B.A. Just needs to continue to play with the same fire and energy.
And you want to see him make sure that the teammates are also involved in what they're doing, especially if he draws that much attention.
Yes, it's good.
Now that's how you draw it up right there. A screen, shed the defense, a quick move to the bucket, and you get the lay-in.
Here's Doc, hounded by Fultz. Doc, no good.
Whew, I think he wants that one back. I mean, he knows he's capable of better.
Fultz scanning the floor. Pass to Monk. Lets it go from deep. The shot is good. Fultz making the play. Monk's got 7 points in the game.
Oh, Monk dangerous from downtown. He gets him up with some volume.
Now the Kings in transition. And the big dunk at the end of the break.
Did you see that? I mean, going right to the rim. That's how you finish in the open floor.
Yeah, anything other than a layup in that situation, probably disappointing. Had numbers, took advantage. Now with 2 fouls here in the first quarter, everything changes for him. He's
pass to Lyles. Now here's Fultz. He's covered closely. Here's Laravia. There's the triple. Jackson Davis grabs a miss. Jay Crowder is out there with Markelle Fultz. Then it's Trey Lyles. And it's Reith in at the center position. So that's the 5 in the game for Sacramento. Here's Fultz. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. This is the first they're seeing of Sacramento.
They had some real back-and-forth battles last year. Hopefully we see more of the same going forward.
Here's Doc. And that one drops. 14 points for him.
And just executing at a high level. I mean, taking what the defense allows and putting in the work.
basketball IQ is something that gets talked about, but its importance to a team showing up here, running plays that turn into scores.
Butler passes to Doc. And out of bounds, Sacramento will have it. Carter, he's checked in for Laravia. Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Pass to Reith. Here's Crowder. Launches a three. Count it. 1 for 1 to start the game.
And the defense has to bottle him up before Jay Crowder gets it going.
Here's Doc. 14 points for him. Back to Butler. Shot clock at 5. Golden State needs to get off a shot. Doc. And it's off from three-point range.
Man, you get so caught up in the bravado of someone scoring on you and you wanting to even the score. Unfortunately, he couldn't answer back.
Kings trail by 5. Outside Fultz. Back to Crowder. Pass to Lyles. Three-pointer. The Warriors pull it in. Jackson Davis has got 4 rebounds now. Here's Doc. Pounded by Fultz. And that one good. Doc's got 16 points now.
Making the easy shots and the tough shots. He's on top of his game.
Outside Fultz. Knocks it loose. And the Warriors pushing it up now. Throw it down on the breakaway jam.
This is intelligent basketball. Forcing a turnover and then immediately starting the fast break.
For Sacramento, they've gotten 5 of 8 attempts to drop since the second began. Now here's Carter. Picked by Carter. Outside Fultz. Let's go with a 3. And another miss by Sacramento.
Looks like the game plan is they're willing to give him that kind of shot. It worked out for them this time, but if they give it to him again, I bet 3 points are coming.
Right side, Butler. Goes up on the baseline. And again, it's Golden State.
Well, he's such a good, gifted, all-around offensive player. Butler is somebody you can build a big strategy offensively around.
Timeout called. Sacramento. Getting ready for the Kings. Jonas Valanciunas has checked in for Reith. DeMar DeRozan comes in for Lyles. Ellis has checked in for Crowder. And Malik Monk subbed in for Carter. And Golden State also making a switch. Kuminga, he's checked in for Moody. Here's DeRozan. He's been an offensive weapon for them, scoring around 17.5 points a game. Kuminga pulls it in. The Warriors lead by 11. Here's Doc. Pass to Curry. The baseline J is on the way. Valanciunas with a rebound.
That's got to frustrate him. He knows he should have made that one.
Yeah, you can't make them all, and you for sure you'll want him taking that kind of shot.
Fultz with it. Checking his stats, he's scoring around 9.5 points per game. 6 on the shot clock. Late clock here. The Kings need to get one up. DeRozan for 3. And another miss by Sacramento.
He's not the guy that you want to give a wide open look from three-point range. They're lucky that that one doesn't cost them.
Ooh, took him no time at all to get that one. Curry's got 9.
Yeah, at this point, you're almost shocked when Steph misses a 3, especially from the corner.
Outside Fultz. Pass to Monk. Here's Ellis. Back to Monk. Floats one. And it's good on the lay-in. Monk's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
Always fun to look at. Not tremendously efficient, but the floater, boy, those sure are pretty.
Doc. And the Warriors with another 3.
They've been pretty lax with their perimeter defense, giving up a lot of three-pointers.
A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Brian, the Warriors play a unique style predicated on passing and cutting off the ball. Stephen Curry said the main goal is to just force the defense to make as many decisions as he can. So with all that ball movement and body movement, they're going to mess up at some point. Brian?
Well, it helps having a weapon like Stephen Curry. Thanks, Allie.
And he was dominant in their last outing, and the same thing here tonight. He is in a terrific groove right now.
Seems to be nobody standing in his way, no roadblocks for him to get to his spot, capitalize, and continue to be aggressive.
And he comes up with a bucket.
And DeRozan, just so crafty on those moves, slips right through the contact for the finish.
Doc passes to Butler. Right wing. Here's Doc. From outside, off the mark. Kings trail by 12. Pass to Fultz. There's 48 seconds left in the first half. Valanciunas. It's good on the putback.
You know, big guys like Valanciunas have spent a lot of time in this league understanding where the ball is going to come off of that rim on a miss. He was in great position that time.
Here's Doc, pounded by Fultz. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Doc's got 13 points in this quarter. And it's Fultz with the ball for Sacramento. DeRozan outside. 8-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Here's Ellis. Butler covering. Back to Monk. Valanciunas with a screen on Curry. And it's Monk missing. Here's Doc. The three is up. Oh, and the buzzer beater is good!
What a grand finale to the half. Great shot from distance to give his team the momentum right before the buzzer.
And we've reached halftime in this one. The Warriors on top, up by 15. We'll get right back to the action when we return.
Fans, please direct your attention to center court. And get ready for the fan half-court shots. Give me a beat. They're thinking about the shots. Yes, sir. Let's hear it for the public.
Hey everybody, nothing like a little trade news to perk up your day. We'll take a look first at some transactions around the NBA.
I call this a smart get for this team. I'm telling you, one of, if not the best defenders in the league, and he brings the intangibles, Shaq. He could eventually be the heart of this team.
Seemed like that has been the case everywhere he's been. High school, college, all the way through.
And turning back to our first half, things going well, extremely well for the Golden State Warriors.
They've made it fun to watch. Some of the best players in the world doing what they do best, Ernie.
Yeah, when everything clicks, it can be the most beautiful game on earth. 5 guys with one mission. That's it for us. Thanks for tuning in. Now let's send you over to Brian Anderson with the third period.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. So on the floor for Golden State, they've got Stephen Curry, Trayce Jackson-Davis out there with Jonathan Kuminga. Then there's Butler, and it's Doc in at the 1 spot. DeRozan up top, Butler covering. Well, Grant, as you always say, in the playoffs, you need a player who can score in isolation.
That's true, B.A. And in a 7-game series, defense is to disrupt your set offense. If your stars can go mano-a-mano and create something out of nothing, that's often the best you can get.
Doc passes to Butler. Takes a 3. Doc gets the bucket. Doc's got 31 points.
Down the stretch, he's been flat out awesome. He helped them get the lead, and now he's making sure they keep it.
Now here's Valanciunas, covered by Jackson-Davis. And it's DeRozan missing.
They've had a slight leg up on the boards and a big leg up on the scoreboard.
Here's Doc. Give him 31 now. The 3 ball. Good, and Butler gets the assist. Doc's got 34.
Exactly what every offense needs. Shooters who can force the defense to extend.
Oh, there's no doubt he's a legitimate threat from downtown, and he's demonstrating that in this game.
Pass to DeRozan. It's Monk on the wing. Fires for three. It's rebounded by Golden State.
The third quarter has not started well, just 1 of 4.
Kuminga, the pass to Doc. And he makes no mistake. Slam dunk.
They're really dictating the tempo on both ends of the court. You love it.
Yeah, the other team a bit concerned here. They're trailing, and the lead seems to be growing.
Pass to Valanciunas. Back to Monk, looking to end the run. Jackson Davis grabs a miss. Jackson Davis has got 8 rebounds in the game.
Team starts the second half missing 4 of 5 shots. When does the coach possibly call a timeout and reiterate what he talked about at halftime?
Again, Golden State.
I just love the ball movement.
Timeout called. Sacramento. Take a look at the leaderboard and see which players were the top shooters from three-point land this past month. Stephen Curry is second.
Sometimes you get into a rhythm from long range, and you can ride that stretch for a while.
Just over 2.5 minutes gone by in the second half. Pass to Ellis. Back to Monk. The three from DeRozan. He buries it from 3. DeRozan's got 11 points.
And what's interesting, the 3-ball isn't a big part of DeRozan's game, but when he's feeling it, he can make it happen.
Here's Doc. Monk covers. Here's Butler, and the Warriors tack on 2 more.
And right now, that's 5 buckets in a row, looking like a well-oiled machine coming out of the break.
DeRozan outside. On the wing, DeRozan. Clock at 4. Warriors with the rebound.
It's been that kind of quarter for him. The shot has just been unreliable.
Doc passes to Curry. Outside for Butler. Outside Curry. From the arc. Ooh, coming through again. Shooting 5 for 7 now.
He drops yet another dime. Just facilitating this offense like a maestro.
Monk passes to Valanciunas. Back to Monk. Rebounded by Butler.
They really have a commanding lead, not just in points, but in rebounds as well.
There's the 3. Doc, no good. Sacramento has gone 2 for 5 from 3 since halftime. On target from range. 15 points in the game.
That's his 3rd triple of the night, his 2nd since halftime.
Hield on the wing. Lets the 3 fly. Knocks it down from distance.
Well, that's a guy you want to find, Buddy Hield, with the response from 3.
Oh, and a fast break for the Warriors. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
I think everyone in here felt that dunk.
No question. That is a power-packed windmill jam. Wow. And how about our AT&T 5G Slam Cam? Couldn't have captured that play any better. And so Monk will bring it up for the Kings. Pass to LaRavia. Valanciunas with it. Clock at 6. Three-pointer, no good. Here's Doc. He's got 38. The three. Valanciunas with a rebound. Valanciunas has got 4 rebounds now. Here's LaRavia. DeRozan outside. Valanciunas with a screen on heel. DeRozan passes to LaRavia. And another miss by Sacramento. And the Warriors with possession. They're on a 20-6 run. Here's Post. Good setup. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup. Post has gotten his first basket of the night. Sacramento calls timeout.
Oh my, their coach does not look happy, and I can guess why. Their interior defense has been struggling.
No, they're not preventing them from scoring, and if you can get to a high efficiency shot on the floor, and that's the paint, you just keep going.
And a new group getting ready for the Kings. Reith, he's checked in for Valanciunas. Lyles comes in.
Substituting on the court.
Here's Doc. That one goes. Count it. Doc's got 40 points.
I mean, he is at his best when it matters most. This game is theirs as long as he can keep this up.
We've got Jonas Valanciunas. DeMar DeRozan is out there with Malik Monk. And it's LaRavia in at the power forward position. So that's the 5 in the game for Sacramento. Monk. And the rebound goes to the Warriors.
And they're up considerably because of their efforts on the glass.
Pass to Doc. Brent, you've spent some time in front offices. How much more do teams rely on analytics now versus even a decade ago?
Oh, a massive amount, BA, but there are a lot of teams that aren't there. I think it's a constant battle about how far you're going to push, leaning into the numbers with all these net ratings and the ways that you can start to digest what it is that guys are producing on the floor. Teams are getting smarter and smarter.
DeRozan with the bucket.
And DeRozan is fearless, not afraid of getting inside and going up to score.
Here's Doc. Takes it inside. Oh, a nice one-handed slam right there.
You look at what he's doing here, and it's hard to imagine him playing much better.
Outside Monk. And the layup is good off the glass. Monk's got 20 points.
And Monk can do so many different things on the offensive end of the floor.
Here's Doc. Oh, plenty of contact on that shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now. Malik Monk picks one up. And a look now at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Warriors.
I mean, they played some beautiful basketball all game. The passing has been impressive, and it's opened up things with their ball movement.
And I feel like another part of tonight's game has been the hustle points, getting up and down, getting second chances, getting transition opportunities. They've been fantastic in that area.
Pass to Valanciunas. Marked it down low that time. Got hit with the 3-second call. And Grant, while we want the officials to get it right, I'm sure the league would like to shorten that time. Officials are at the table.
Tell me about it. You wonder if a time limit should be instituted. If they can't figure it out after a minute or so, just go with how it was called on the floor.
Golden State foul. Number 20. Third personal foul. 5th team foul. At the line for
no good on the free throw.
LaRavia taking 2 shots.
No good on the second free throw. Smooth sailing for Golden State. Here's Doc. A minute 42 left in the fourth quarter of this one. for three. Fires in the triple. Doc's got 9 points in the quarter.
Now you have to extend that defense. I mean, you really have to stay connected to him at all times.
I'm not sure what the defense collectively was thinking there. You got to know where he is at all times.
DeRozan passes to Laravia. Tried to answer back, but that three is off the mark.
It's safe to say they have dominated this game. The game wasn't even as close as the score says in a great win for the Warriors.
And the disparity in the talent was obvious by the end. Sometimes you just don't have enough ammunition to compete.
Yeah, VA, just a total beatdown. And the next time these teams meet, I can't imagine it'll be any different.
And in the big picture, this marks their 43rd win of the year.
Yeah, this is far from the last word in the season series. Still 3 more meetings between them and plenty of motivation to square things up.
And as it was happening, as it was building, you knew this was a monster game for Doc.
I mean,
something else, man! Wow!
And make it happen.
And where was this type of effort earlier in the game? Unfortunately, this run will be all for nothing.
Consistency definitely is a key to some of the playoff performing teams, and tonight they just did not find it in this contest.
And the first one at the line is good.
Number 20, 2 shots.
Both good from the line that time. 36 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. 23 seconds left to play in the fourth. Here's Doc. Hits yet again. Wow!
That's 52 points for him.
Making it all look too easy right now. Here's Monk.
Yes, sir!
Oh!
That's what you tune in for right there. Wow.
And he goes in for the dunk.
One thing Monk is known for is that vertical.
Here's Doc. And he says right back at you with a big dunk of his own.
All night they've asked him to shoulder the scoring load, and he is not disappointed.
And so it's the Warriors taking care of business in this one. A statement road victory. So impressive.
Statement indeed, BA. It was in enemy territory, but they controlled the game and took the crowd completely out of it. That's how you win on the road.
And that'll do it, folks. For Brent Behring, Grant Hill, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson. Thank you for watching this 2K Sports presentation of the NBA. So long, everyone.
That's what I'm talking about. Another day, another win. Good work.
All right, well, I'm gonna end this stream of this game right here because my dinner is done and I'm hungry. So, talk to y'all later.